win. And don't let anybody judge you who does. Say you're crazy. All right, we've got 3, 2, 1 pills. There goes the Dave already off to the races here. The Dave has a big gap in column 3. Larva's got a big gap in column 8. So, Saros, we're going to see these players utilize the bottom of that board a little bit more than they normally would.
And there's a lot of blue on both these boards, particularly near the top, which may cause a little bit of issue early on, but so far it seems like the dock is being very friendly with the blue halves.
Absolutely. Larva looking for some red over here. Could have gone for a double blue horizontally. Elected not to. I think that would have been the right choice here, as Larva's got a bunch of nice setups here. Everything going very, very well. And this is going to be 3 more off the board. Larva holding on to a very, very slight lead here as we're about 45 seconds into this first game.
The problem is that she's got mostly blue pills left. She takes out because the rest of them in combo positions that might make things a little difficult. The Dave, yeah, is got a lot of combo positions set up as well. But I like his setup a little bit better.
Dave's got a good setup here. You love seeing those, 2 pills stacked on top of things just to get things going. He's going to need a little bit of blue and yellow help, especially wants to clear out the columns 4 and 5. He's going to get that drop to come down to 6 viruses. Larva down to 3 and is beautifully set up here. Is going to get a red to come in and will be out first here at a minute 24, but the Dave not far behind, Saros.
Yeah, he gets a nice pill combination. He could be out in just a few seconds as well. I'm looking at the top of Larva's board. It's pretty decent. It's got all the colors and combinations easily available here. A few gaps here and there, but I think she'll be able to take this down relatively quickly. Meanwhile, D Dave is out at a 147 and a little bit of trouble. It's not much blue on the board at all, never mind at the top.
No, and he's got really the only blue able to access off there on the bottom row. He's really struggling getting that double horizontal. He was kind of handcuffed into that play and had to take it. Did have the opportunity to go vertical, but it was more efficient to do the double horizontal clears. It is Larva absolutely tearing through level 7 right now. At a 215 right now, has a single digit amount of viruses left, needing a lot of red help, really looking to open things up along the bottom of the board. I like that double play, and I like this additional play here. And she's free and clear, so we're going to see what she does here. It looks like maybe she's going to try to get this yellow garbage off the board and maybe drop things down. And that is exactly what she's going to do. The double red off the boards here. So again, this is a pretty nice play for Larva here. Going to get everything set up, just needing a couple of more reds and getting things nice and set up. And that's going to be 1 for Larva, and that's going to be out for Larva at a 252. Meanwhile, Saros, Dave got about 15 viruses to go.
A sub 3 and to get to 6 and 7 is actually a pretty good time. She is just going to be cruising through this. Well, Dave, the pill combination he's getting is not very cooperative to this board. He's having to put a lot of garbage down that's slowing him quite a bit, but he's not out of this yet.
Absolutely. And this is a good play, dropping that garbage down. A fortuitous double red as well is really going to help him out. Looking for more red here, but he's in danger of cutting himself off. I'm curious to see what he does with this double red. I think that's the play, doing that horizontal play, dropping the garbage down, getting all of that red off the left side of the board. Now it's just a matter of what Dave decides to do here with this final section. He's going to have to clear the garbage off of that lower right-hand section. Meanwhile, looking over at Larva's board, Larva's got 23 viruses here on level 8 and is keeping things nice and low, nothing too precarious on her board. Gets that nice clear that's fat T, I believe, and is just continuing to go to town here, keeping things nice and balanced.
We just need one more red, and D Dave is out at a 409. That puts him about 17 viruses behind, but nice drop combo by Larva. She's got this board pretty well handled at this point. It's just a matter of time getting the pills, but she should be out of here actually pretty quickly this way she's going. Meanwhile, the Dave's board, again, the lack of blues at the top is what's really hurting him.
Absolutely. He's going to need to get some sort of help here. I think getting this yellow alpha, or this red rather, out of column 3 is going to be huge for him. And I like how he's trying to utilize the blue to not make any drops happen. Obviously, he's drilling that one down there just to get access. So that's not too much of a problem for him. And I love that zero drop clear, and he is at 22 viruses, playing really, really quickly and efficiently here. But Larva out at a 453, so again, keeping this fantastic pace here as she is 40 viruses away here from picking up her first win.
And she took out just a few moments ago. She got 6 viruses at once. She cleared off practically everything in the bottom 2 rows at once. It was incredible to watch. I don't even know what you'd call that combo, but it was just you blinked and everything was gone.
Yeah, and that's Larva's been good at building up those combos. She's been in this game for a long, long time, so she's definitely learned from some of the best. Meanwhile, Dave down to about a dozen viruses here. Not necessarily the cleanest board, but he is definitely putting in the work here, and I like what he's going to do here. He's just looking to get this blue off of column number 2, and could have gone horizontal, clearing that red. Maybe opened himself up for the horizontal reds. Decided that wasn't the play he wanted, and he is going to be in pretty good shape here. Not quite free and clear, but pretty darn close. 5 viruses to go. Meanwhile, Larva is halfway through her 9 and looks to have this well in hand, Saros.
Yeah, you never want to say it's over before it's over because anything can happen. But barring a very severe misdrop, it's going to be very difficult for D Dave to catch up in this one. Larva is just being so efficient with this board. Almost everything is a drop combo.
Absolutely. And we're seeing Dave over here. Dave has made it to level 9, and I think he knows he's playing behind the 8 ball, really starting to play a bit more aggressively, which is what he has to do. That does mean some forced misplays, and that is what we're seeing on the side of Dave. He's down to 32 to Larva 7. Larva's going to need a little bit of blue help. That gonna have to go vertically in column 1. She did unclog or clog things. It looks like she's unclogged it over there in column 4, so she can drop that blue horizontally. Nicely done there. 3 viruses to go here for Larva, so this is just a matter of when Larva gets out of here and is going to be just about ready to go. Not maybe get that sub 7. Not quite, but still a fantastic time for Larva here. She's going to be out at a 7:03 and takes game 1.
I am sure she is just absolutely ecstatic with that time. The Dave decides he's just going to top out here, but GG's to both players. We're going to get set up here because this is a best of 3, and Dave will have a good chance to try and tie this up and take us to a decider.
Yeah. Tough break for Dave, but Dave's a good player. He bounces back well from these sorts of situations.
Yeah, he's someone who's been around a while as well. He knows to just shake everything off and just play every match like it's a best of 1. Just forget the last one happened and prepare yourself for the next.
Absolutely. We've got readies from both players here, so we're going to get game 2 fired off in 3, 2, 1, and pills. Taking a look at these boards here. The Dave's got can open up things with a double blue. Let's see if he sees that horizontal. He does. Nicely done there. So really playing a good board. I see red axis potentially being a problem. Larva here's got a good combination of viruses on her board. She can really take a lot of options here. We'll see what she does. But early on, pretty balanced for both players, Saros.
Yeah, I happen to like D-Dave got a little close to the top there, scared me just a little bit, but I would say that Larva's got a slightly better board due to the way everything is balanced out. She doesn't just have all 3 colors available, she's got all the combinations, like red, blue, yellow, blue, doesn't matter what she gets, she has a good place for it.
And you touch on that. Having the ability on your board to play any pill combination, super, super important. Whether it's just playing one pill half, but ideally both, and having those combinations is very important, even if it's just a garbage play. Ooh, I think we may have seen a bit of a misdrop on Larva's side in column 8. We'll see what she does there. Going to need some double yellow help. Might want to start attacking. Gets this horizontal. That's going to open things up. Really saves herself there, and going to get this double blue off the board, and has an access to a horizontal clear with that yellow in row number 2. Looks like she's going to just try to stack up for it.
Yeah, right now Dave though has just got his board pretty clean. He just needs some blue help, and he'll be out of this level pretty quickly. Well, Larva's got a little bit of work that she'll have to get to the rest of those pills, which gives Dave the opportunity he needs to try to catch up a bit here, take the lead, and he will
Yeah,
be out at. Come on, Doc, give him a blue. 153.
Keep in mind, Larva started a little later. She's going to combo out at a 149. She is technically holding on to the lead. It's not who finishes first; it's who finishes in the quickest amount of time. Sometimes our players start a little later here. So, all things considered, pretty much a dead heat as we're looking at things right now, Saros.
Yeah, looking at the boards as next level, I like V Dave's a lot more. The blues are a little challenging to get to on Lava's board. Not saying that she can't get to them, but it's going to take a little bit of work to get to more than just one or two of them, and that could definitely slow her down, though she's clearing the viruses pretty quickly right now.
She's starting to get some really favorable RNG. I'm liking these red blues she's getting, and now she's starting to get the mustard combo, as we like to call it here, and now starting to address that left side of her board. Meanwhile, D Dave, a lot of red on that board, and he's gonna have to get creative here. Got that L, yeah, and he's gonna drop that into another red clear. Really nicely played combo. This is what you're gonna. This is why these players are in the semifinals. They see these combos, they play them efficiently, and it's just all about practice and how you react here. And Dave is playing phenomenally well, bouncing off from a loss. He is down to or both players actually down to 9 viruses here as we cross the 3 minute mark.
Though Dave is going to need a lot of hot dogs in order to get through that mission. And all of a sudden, I'm hungry, and I'm not sure why. Uh, well, Lyra still can play with pretty much everything, though her blues are a little bit buried. She'll have to do some work to get to those. But I think that the Dave will be getting out of here first. He just needs one more red, and he will be out at a 335.
Larva here looking for a bit of stuff. She's going to get this nice combo, leaving those yellows exposed. So that's a good bounce in for her. Meanwhile, the Dave already going to town here. Got a lot of help with that double blue. Really interested to see how he attacks the left side of that board. Meanwhile, Larva was out at right around the 340 mark. So again, these players playing pretty much neck and neck. Larva's going to drop some red garbage down into column 4, opening column 4 up now. Now doesn't have a lot of options for her reds, but makes the most out of that situation, dropping that red down. She's at 30 viruses. Dave holding on to a nice lead, though, at 22 viruses to go.
Yeah, right now the last thing that Love wants to be seeing is more red halves, and it seems like the doc is more than happy to give her everything she can handle and more in that regard, which is not exactly good for her. She's being very creative on how to push as many of them down to the bottom as possible. The Dave, however, he doesn't need much in the way of red at all, and what he is getting, he's able to place to clear those off. Right now, he's going to need mostly yellows. It looks like if he's going to stay in the lead here.
Yeah, and Larva was really looking for that blue yellow to start attacking that left side because she doesn't have a lot of available yellow to play with at the moment. It's very limited what she has, but she is working with what she can. She's at 14, but this has allowed Dave to really open up a bit of a lead here. Kind of the first big lead we've seen here this for this particular game, not the match, but Larva really needing some blue and yellow help, and is going to get blue help there. And I like this blue yellow. That's going to drop things down, drilling it down to 8 viruses. But Dave starting to run away here, looking for 2 reds. Now one more. Dave will be out first, going to the final level at a little under 5.5 minutes.
Yeah, he had a great fat log at the bottom for rows 1 and 2 that cleared out a lot of the viruses he had left and gave him a lead. Though again, he's having this case of really just two colors available for the most part at the top. But thankfully, he does have that opening in columns 1 and 2 that'll give him a chance to get some yellows down there. The Library is out at a 537, so she's still right in this. It looks like it's a big difference, 10 viruses, but she also has an additional 10 seconds to work with here, so it's a much closer game than it appears.
She does. It's about a 3 to 4, I would say at most 3 to 4 virus advantage here for the Dave, but Larva really starting to attack things. Dave's big problem right now, Sarah. So there's not a lot of blue for him to work with. He just has that one blue on the top line over in column number 7. He's going to take that off the board. So he has no blue he can really directly attack here. Although that combo into column 5 does open up the board a little bit. A little horizontal move there by Larva puts her at 26. She is now 8 viruses behind here, but some good combos could put her back in this. I do see a double potentially in Larva's future. She had the double, didn't take it. That could have been a big play for her. She's down to 19, Dave down to 13 here as we approach the 7 minute mark. Larva trying to get herself to the finals. Dave trying to force this into a decider. How are these two going to finish things out? It's going to be real close.
I'm excited to have a front row seat to be able to watch these. I find myself almost getting lost in these matches. I'm almost forgetting I'm a commentator here. I'm just so excited by these matches. But it looks like if we can get just a couple more blues for the Dave here, this will be just about over because all he'll need really have to have just a red and then one more, and he should be out. Looks like at around 7:20,
Yeah,
7:17, and ooh, Lara's going to cut it
7:17.
close, but I don't think she's going to do it.
I don't think she's going to do it in time, but she's definitely going to put up the fight, and that is time. That is an official win to the Dave. So we are going to go into a decider here. That is officially game once again, as Lara wasn't able to catch up with the remaining time. So we will be going to a decider. So heat up those kettles. I don't know. Get cider time. Some people like apple cider. Some people like hard cider. Whatever you're enjoying, we hope you're enjoying it responsibly here as we get to our decider game. And the winner of this goes to the finals, where Dave Smith says, eagerly anticipating an opponent here for a finals match, as Larva just going to quickly top out of 10 and ready up. And both players now ready. So let's get hype in the chat. If you're watching us live, if you're on the VOD, again, yell at your TV. Cheer both these players on. Don't let anyone judge you. But we're gonna get things going. 3, 2, 1, and pills. Off we go. Saros, decider time. 28 viruses between level 7 for these players, and it looks like Dave off to a really good start. I like these small plays he's making.
I'm liking both these boards early on. It's going to be a very close, which the last one on paper it doesn't look like much because Larva finished off at a 7:37, but there was a good 10 to 15 seconds. She was just waiting for that last pill, and hopefully we won't have that happen in this one. I like to see this one not only be close, but be a nice, clean one where the doctor doesn't pull any last second shenanigans. Nice horizontal by the Dave down over on row 4. And what a nice lightning bolt right there as well. He is just blazing through this. So if you watch Larva with her drop combos over there, like both these people are nearly done this level and we're only 45 seconds in.
Yeah, they're both absolutely rocking this right now. And we're seeing Larva setting up for a horizontal over in row number 3. And, ooh, misplays the blue over in column 1. That could be critical. These mistakes can compound themselves, especially on that mental level. You really, you make these mistakes at a competitive level, it's always going to burn you, or you always feel like you're burned, but you've just got to step up and step around them. And we're really seeing Larva do that here. She's setting things up, going to get this horizontal easily, but Dave out first at a minute 25. Larva, however, is very, very close. She's going to take out the blues, and then the yellows, and then the reds will just be a few seconds behind.
Yeah, it's a very close match right now. Though looking at the start of the board for Larva, that's not a very favorable board. There's not a lot of yellow, not just at the top, but easy to get to. It's going to be a lot of digging to get to most of that, and that could definitely slow her down here, though she's doing what she can to open up a bit to give herself more yellow options, but it's going to be a challenge, I think, for her through most of this match. Meanwhile, the Dave is just completely destroying the center of his board. He's practically got a crater in the middle there with how quickly he's taking the middle out.
And Larva made a really nice combo earlier on to get some reds and blues off the board. And now we're seeing her make a really, really nice quick tuck over into that left side of the board into column 1. Really trying to keep this board balanced. 18 to 10 here. It's a slight lead for the Dave. And Larva now, oh, I like this combo. Pay attention to this because we're going to see Larva go into an Elyad, drop these reds down, drop the blue down. She just made this a very, very close game with a very big combo and didn't need a lot to do to make that fire off.
And she left herself available to very easily take those yellows out in a horizontal right like that. And then, of course, the blue drops down, leaving her ready for another combo. Though that yellow on the top, oh, the yellow on the top, we get taken down by another horizontal right there. And look at her blazing through. Though Dave, however, while we were busy watching the incredible plays, Lava managed to get through that level 7 very quickly and is tearing into level 8.
And the Dave was out at about a 2 minutes 50-second mark, so he is really off to the races here, trying to establish this. Meanwhile, Larva's going to combo this one out. I think that's the right play. Going to drop things down, get the double out at a 314. She is playing quite a bit behind here, though Dave playing a split board, he'll really need to focus on just getting playing this as basically two separate boards right now. Not really a lot he can do to play horizontally to connect things. So, and now that he's eliminated those reds, this is a truly split board. We'll see what he does here. Needing a lot of blue help, he'll get it. He is stacked awkwardly with that bit of garbage on column 7. Meanwhile, taking a look at Larva's board here, going to drop into a sweet tea, then going to drop down another really nice combo. We're seeing Larva just fire these combos off to stay in this game. It's still about a 10 virus game in favor of the Dave, though, who's looking to put this away and punch his ticket to Dave Bowl 3.
At the same time, though, says an additional 10 seconds to work with. So while it's a 10 virus difference, it might actually be closer to a 4 or 5. And with still a full level to go, this is anywhere but over. Though right now it looks like Dave is just waiting on some blues. Well, that will help out quite a bit right there. Needs a couple reds, and he will be out while Larva is. She's doing pretty good at working at a combo. The Dave is out at a 433.
Absolutely. And I almost feel like Larva's just overcorrecting and maybe playing a little too aggressive here. You put that pressure on yourself in these third games, but we're really seeing here how that can bite you sometimes as Larva is going to be down to her final 4 viruses. And now with this double red, that's fortuitous, just needing a couple of yellows. But this is getting Dave a lot of time here to run away with this. It'll be a 455 for Larva. As far as it goes, virus count, it is a baker's dozen that Dave is ahead by. But again, it's about a 9-second differential. We'll see what goes on here. Larva's starting to fire things off, Saros, but Dave really, really holding things off and playing very consistently.
The thing that might give Larva an advantage is if you take a look, yeah, there's 22 viruses left on the Dave side, but only 3 of them are red.
Hmm.
That's going to mean that he's going to get a lot of pills that he's not going to be able to do much with, and that could come to Larva's advantage. She's able to get some good RNG and can start taking off some combos here real quick as she's doing right now. She's narrowed this down to a 7 virus difference and trying to make it even less.
21 to 12 here. Larva trying to find a way to stay in this. She's playing just very, very aggressively. She got that double yellow. She could have tucked that all the way into column 1 and really done some damage to the left side of the board. We'll see if she sees it here. No, she still doesn't see it. So she'll be taking these out down to 13 viruses. It is close, but Dave really looking to get some garbage off the board. I think maybe he will address things almost exclusively vertically. I think that's the play here. You have the lead, don't play anything too risky, and that's what he's doing. It's going to put this away here. More than likely, it is a 625. We'll see how Larva goes here. It's possible, but she needs a lot of help. She's got 3, 2, 1, and that's going to be time. So by 1 virus, the Dave takes game 3 and the match and will advance. And ladies and gentlemen, we will have Dave Bowl 3. The second official match. They've had the exhibition before, but we do have a Dave Bowl confirmed. That's going to be in our finals. Saros, thanks for joining me. It was good to call it with you for the first time. Hopefully, the first of many.
I hope so too. GG's to both these competitors. You had an absolutely great match, and I'm looking forward to the Dave Bowl.
All right. That Dave Bowl's coming up next.